And we are live. Come on in the camera, girl. Good. Come on in, y'all. Come on in. Come on in. When we start seeing right here, this is the people when they start joining, and then right here is the people that thumbs up the live. See, somebody already tuned in. I see you, one viewer. We about to have a discussion. I got a guest on the show with me today, but she's gonna put a smile on her face because the title of the video, she's not going to be what the title of the video say, that black women don't smile at black men. Although we're not just talking to black men today. We're talking to all kind of people. Black men, black women, Asian men, Asian women. We're talking to people all around the world today. Yeah, this is YouTube, girl. A lot of people is tuning in from all across the United States. Outside of the United States, I got subscribers in Canada. I got subscribers in Africa. I got subscribers all over. But mainly right here in the United States. This water tastes so good. Oh my God. So, y'all see the title? So the title for today's show is Black Women Do Not Smile at Black Men. Hey, Day Renee. Is that Day Renee? Doreen Handu? Arizona in the house. What's up, Arizona? How you doing all the way from Arizona, Doreen? So the title of the show is Black Women Do Not Smile at Black Men. Also, DNA testing, should it be legal? And we'll get more into that. But I have a guest with me today. This is my girlfriend, Asia. She's a longtime friend of mine. Hi, Day Renee. You always coming in, girl. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, we're going to go ahead and jump into the topic. So what prompted this topic for me is I was listening to Kevin Samuels, and he brought up the topic of black women not smiling at black men, and how black women walk around with attitudes and just, just mean looks on their faces or whatever the case may be. And he was talking to a young lady that called into the show, and he was basically saying that we as black women have to hold each other accountable for these type of actions. And if we see it, that we should check the person about their attitude. So he was saying basically, like, let's say, for instance, he gave an example that if, let's say you walked into a bank and there was a black woman behind a teller, a black woman, she's a teller that walked behind she's working behind the counter, she's as a teller. And a white man or a man of another race walks in, the woman behind the counter would be all smiley and stuff like that with him. But then when a black man walk in, she'll have like an attitude. So basically he's saying, like, why do black women give so much attitude to black men? Now, I've never witnessed that in particular myself. Have you ever witnessed anything like that, Asia?
No, I just think that we do it to each other. Black women to black women.
Like,
I can't speak for another, as far as servicing another black man or other than a white person. But I've noticed that black women would do that to us.
Like not smile at each other?
Yeah, when they service, and they could have somebody, they could be greeting them in front of us. They could be, I watched numerous times in my entire life, a woman could be in front of me and she could be white or somebody else of a different
race.
And then I come up next and the whole attitude would change. So
really?
I think that's just entirely, even crossing the street, you could tell if there's a woman in the car, if they're coming aggressively and doing something crazy. Whereas a black man won't stop, a woman going to keep going and be aggressive. So I just think that's what we are, period. That's
So this is what else he was saying in that example. He was saying that if we as a black woman walked in and saw that, we should check the woman behind the counter and be like, hey sister, you know, why not smile or be nice to the black man or the black person, you know, as you're saying that you witnessed.
I wouldn't say it to the teller, but I would say it to you as my friend if I witnessed it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like,
Why wouldn't you say it to the teller?
Because I don't know her, and that could be confrontational. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna approach that situation. It might be my mood. If you catch me on a day that I feel like saying something like, "Don't, you could have been nice. Like, that wasn't cool," then I'll say that. But just to say it because I'm not gonna do it. But if it was you, I'd have been like, Tish, like you didn't have to be mean like that. Like all he was saying was how or blah 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 blah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I wouldn't say it to the teller either because, like you said, not to be confrontational, and you don't know that person.
Right.
So the woman that called into that live, she did say the same thing, that she wouldn't say anything like that or whatever to somebody that she don't know.
Right.
And so his rebuttal to that was, he was like, but if it was a situation where a black woman was being in harm's way by a black man or something like that, you would want a black man that was around to step in and defend you or say something to that black man. Why is it that women don't check each other as strangers?
I don't know. I think that's kind of different because that's in harm. The key word was harm. It wasn't really no harm done. You don't know which the person was going through. That could just be some people's personality because people walk around with heavy loads and they carry that. So if somebody carrying that load on a daily basis, that's how they're going to show up, period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So but if somebody's being harmed, that's a whole, I don't think that's
a whole different, whole different arena.
A whole different. And I ain't stepping in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I could be honest, and I would say that there was a time that I walked around and had a mean mug. I haven't always been the friendliest looking woman walking down the street when it came to men in particular. And I think that was always my defense mechanism. That was me feeling like that was like I was in protection mode of myself. Yeah, I mean, especially coming from a place that I come from, which is New York City. Like, you always just got to feel like you're on guard. You know what I'm saying? And I think that played a major role in it for me. As I've gotten older and I've expanded my mind and traveled and lived different places and stuff like that, I've changed. You know, I'm not saying I'm walking down the street now all bubbly and smiley and all of that, but if someone speaks to me, a man in particular, I'll speak back. You know, I'm not always thinking that this is a man that's just trying to holler at me or going to cause some type of harm or whatever the case may be. So, you know, I've softened up a little bit when it comes to that. I also think that people in general, whether it be a woman or a man or whatever, from New York City, we're just different. Like, we're not those people that just walk around and speak to everybody on the street.
That's true.
We don't do that. Remember when we went to Florida when our children was younger? And we was like, what is going on? We could not understand or believe
why they were so happy.
Why people was being so nice and happy and smiley and talking to us and like, what? Like, I don't know, you don't talk to me. That's the type of attitude that we had.
And now I find that people is weird that they don't do it because my mental has changed. So when I'm places and I'm just like, hi, how are you? Good afternoon or good morning, blah, blah, blah to the person. And they just so dry. We like, oh, okay, they not.
You find it weird when they don't do it now.
They don't do it because now I'm in a space that I just want to lead with that type of energy, and it's not always giving back, especially from a black woman. Yeah. I mean, and then, you know, we as women, and that's not here to dog black women. It's just because of what we dealt with in life, period. That's why I'm only responsible for myself. So I have to change how I show up because I can't be responsible for you. You know what I'm saying? So we could sit here and have this platform, but at the end of the day, we know why black women show up like that. It's not okay.
Why do you think black women show up like that? Just our experience in life?
Experience, yeah.
The neighborhood that we grew up in?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think the neighborhood you grow up in, it plays a role in it. You know, when you come from the hood where it's really rough and you've seen, oh my God, just terrible things happen to people. Like for instance, I think for me, I was scarred from young. I don't know if you remember this, or if you were with me this one night. It was a group of us walking down the street. We were in the 90s, and these guys were trying to talk to us. We were teenagers at the time, and they was like yelling at us, I think from across the street or something like that, or it was a little ways. They was a little ways from us, and they was trying to holler at us or whatever, and we weren't responsive. Next thing you know, a rock came thrown from one of them, and it hit me dead in my back.
Oh no, I don't remember.
When I tell you, that rock hit me in my back so hard. So I think that for me, I was a little scarred because of that type of situation. Like it was like a fear of being responsive or whatever. I don't know. It was just, that was a terrible night. I can't remember who all I was with, but it was a group of us. So I knew it was more than like 3 or 4 of us walking down. You know, we used to be going to the little 90s parties and stuff like that, the reggae parties and stuff. And all I knew is that a rock was thrown in my back.
I'm the total opposite. I think I always will mostly lead with a smile because of witnessing those type of experiences with different type of guys and they attitudes and how they react and respond to us in our neighborhood where we grew up at. So I'll be like, let me just say hi so they don't have to. But then when you lead with the hi, when you say hello, then it's more to follow. You just
and
then they get mad and want to keep on with something else, or then you stuck up, or you think you all this, or you're a being, you everything under the book. But they forget you said hi back.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's where it comes from. So sometimes the next person ain't getting a hi. Because now he was disrespectful, so I'm not going to even say hi to you because, so it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't.
It is.
I think a little bit from my experience, it has changed a lot. I don't see that a lot lately in life. Like somebody say hi to me or how you doing or good morning or good afternoon. I'll be like, how you doing? And it'll be just that. Or they'll leave when I'm like, I'm married or no thank you or whatever. But growing up, forget about it. It
was definitely raw. It was definitely raw.
It really was.
Like you said, it's a damn if you do and a damn if you don't type of situation, because there's sometimes, I'm not even gonna lie, there's sometimes now that I'm not in the mood to say hi or anything at all. So I'll have my earbuds in and I'm acting like I'm just talking on the phone and just like, you know, won't even make eye contact, and I'll just like pay them no mind and just keep on walking. Or sometimes I'll be like, I'm on the phone, you know, like on the phone.
Right, but if you're saying that much, I'll be like, huh, keep it going.
Yeah.
That on the phone shit don't work for nobody. I don't care if it's man or woman. Nobody respect that you on the phone. They gonna say, honey.
No, let me tell you. One day I was sitting in my car, and I was on the phone. I was making an important phone call, and so this man was walking past, and he was like, he said to me through the car, he was like, excuse me, like, can I talk to you about something really quick or whatever like that? And I was like, I'm on an important phone call. And he was like, damn, what is wrong with our people today? Like, just always on the phone and this and that and that.
See?
No, he got so upset. I was sitting there like, but I'm
on the phone. And I'm in my car minding my business on the phone.
And it was important.
But he needed your attention.
It was important. It wasn't like I was on social media lollygagging. I wasn't on the phone talking, you know, nonsense or just having a casual conversation. It's like, as he was walking by and, you know, popping his stuff or whatever, I could tell he was really, really bothered by the fact that people in general today is in these phones so much.
That's the truth. And it is mental health, because in that moment, he probably just needed a conversation.
And I think he wanted to show me something or something. I don't know what it was, but he was like, you know, I need to talk to you for a second. I want to show you something, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I'm on the phone right now. And he was like, he just started breaking. I was like,
just really
I
think
said, oh
people
my
should
God.
respect the ear plugs.
They should.
They really should.
They really should. Like, if you see I have some earbuds in my ear, don't talk to me respectfully.
Right. But Tish, you do that too.
What?
You interrupt somebody.
What you talking about? Interrupt.
You know when somebody is on the thing. Like just now, I was watching my show.
But we already had discussed that we was going live.
On your time, okay. I couldn't finish, right? No, I just wanted to throw that in. I'm sorry.
You know what? We talking. Y'all see, she gonna try to throw some shade up in there. She gonna try to throw some shade up in the game on live, y'all.
On live.
That's why I call y'all my Shady Belle. She a Shady Belle too. Drop some bells and palm trees in the chat. Oh my God.
Nah, but yeah, it's like that though. But especially when we was younger. I think when we were younger, it was a little bit rougher because like it was really rough because guys was just like on a trip.
They was, oh my God, beasts.
It was horrible back when we were
beasts.
younger. Like over 20 something years ago, guys was just ridiculous. Of course, we're gonna say black men because we from a predominantly black neighborhood.
Right.
There ain't no white or Chinese or whatever any type of men talking to us. It's the black men, and they just go off like bitch and this and
yeah.
that.
They were on a different type of time from the neighborhood that we grew up in. It was different. It was really rough, and instead of it having an adverse effect on me, like you were saying, it made you be nice because you didn't want the outcome. It made me withdraw more. And like afraid because I'm just like I don't know you. I don't want to talk to you. Like you know what I'm saying?
That's how you showed up too. You did show up like that.
Yeah, that's the effect that it had on me. Like what? Like huh?
Nah, me I'll be
like everybody's out to get me type of attitude. You know, so I but I'm glad that my attitude is different.
For the good guys too, because when you got the guys who will flip out on you, and then there's a good guy who genuinely just wanted to say, "How you doing, beautiful?"
Yes.
If you respond in that way, it's like, damn, you know. So that's why certain men got a stereotype different from other men because they genuinely just saying hello. Not saying that they don't wish that the conversation could go further, but they genuinely just wanted it to start with "Good morning, beautiful," or "How you doing, sweetheart," or whatever it may be.
And I think that right there plays a really huge role in why, and I'm gonna just say black women because that's what we're talking about right now. And it might be across the board for women in general. But excuse me, we can only speak for us because that's what we're around. I think that that plays a huge role in why black women respond or isn't responsive when a man approaches them or whatever the case may be. Because they, in our minds, in a black woman's mind, it's like, is he just going to say hello and then that's it? Or is it going to be hello, beautiful, and then he want to just keep on going and going and going? It's like,
and for me too, I can honestly say this. A lot of times I'm in relationships, so hello is all you're gonna get.
Right.
Because why am I gonna engage into a conversation with somebody knowing I have a significant other, right? You know what I'm saying? So
same here.
I'm not gonna have a whole conversation with you, and then because as that man, he wouldn't want his lady to be in the conversation with another man. Because you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times that's my reason for just being like, hi, and keep it going.
Right.
Because then they have this long, broad thing. They be like, can I have your number? I got a man. So you wasted your time. Yeah. Just hello, keep it moving. And just keep it moving.
The same thing here for me. That most of the time, that's why I don't want to have a conversation either. It's like, I have somebody, so why, like you said, why even engage?
Why engage?
It doesn't make sense.
And don't make no sense at all.
It don't make sense at all. So, I thought this was a good conversation.
And if men thought like that, then they would step back a little bit. Because if they thought like, I wouldn't want my lady to, get into this conversation, maybe that would change how they respond to us when we reject them, because they know, you understand what I'm saying? Like, if you got a lady at home and you wouldn't want your lady to be talking to another man, maybe if they thought like that, like, damn, maybe she got a man, or they respect that, then maybe they won't come back with, oh, you stuck up, or you da-da-da-da. Because what you want from me?
Right.
If you know you got a significant other, so if you got a lady who you want to show that same, you should respect that.
Right.
Or like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But you can't win with that situation at all.
No, you can't. Unfortunately, you can't. You just can't. Because at the end of the day, their rebuttal is always going to be, I was just trying to be nice. I wasn't trying to, take you out nowhere, do this or do that. I was just holding a conversation with you and trying to be nice, my sister. Yeah, sure you were.
Yeah. You heard it all before.
Y'all see, I'm drinking. I got some water. And I also got me some Tito's with kiwi strawberry Snapple and a little bit of a dab of cranberry juice.
Oh, man,
yeah.
Much. I just got Tito's and a tab of ginger ale.
Yeah, I like to taste the sweetness in my drink. She want to taste the liquor. Nah, I don't like to taste the liquor like that. I want to taste the sweetness. I like my drink to sneak up on me. That's how I like my drink to do.
I want it to come full force. Just keep on coming.
So that's it for that conversation about black women smiling and stuff like that. Now we're going to touch on the DNA topic. So as far as the DNA topic is concerned, I am a strong, true blue believer that DNA testing should be made legal. And when I say made legal, meaning that after a baby is born, I believe that before the baby leaves the hospital, the man, the suspected father or whatever, should be tested to see if he is actually the father. And the reason why I feel like that is because we as women carry babies, so we know that this baby is ours without a shadow of a doubt. You know the saying, mama's baby, papa's maybe. And in every situation, that is the case. I don't care if you married, in a committed relationship, if you're a jump off, a situationship, or whatever the case may be. It's still a mama's baby, papa's maybe situation. No matter how trustworthy the woman think that she is, or that the man should view her as, trustworthy and, oh, you could trust me, I would never do that to you and this and that and da-da-da-da-da. At the end of the day, I just really strongly believe that this should be a law put in place. I would love to see something like that happen in this country right here, or all across the world, because there's so many men that get bamboozled and tricked into taking care of a child. Got it? Yeah. And tricked into taking care of a child that is not theirs. And I'm a mother of a son. So anytime any female, whether it's his wife or a girlfriend or whoever, comes up saying that they're pregnant, I would love to have a DNA test. I'm going to always encourage him to do so.
Not only that, it's a lot of men out here that because it's rumored that a woman possibly slept with someone else, they uses that scapegoat to not step up and be a father to their child. So in that category, like, it should be like, if you're not willing to find out, because people go their entire lives not finding out and living with the fact that somebody told them, so they don't know how to be a parent, a full father, or to the son or daughter, because someone said they not the father, or Asia slept with, or Tisha slept with somebody else, so now they don't know how to show up. Get a freaking DNA test. So if it was legalized and it was mandatory, let's say that.
It was mandatory.
That in birth, that the DNA test is taken, then you don't have to use that as an excuse. And now your reasoning for not being a father to your child is just because you just a a-hole. Right. Not because someone told you that was your baby. You don't believe it. Your child. Yeah. I don't like grown people telling me that somebody said that ain't my damn baby. What you gonna do about it?
Right.
What you gonna do about it?
Right.
Because why you a grown ass man saying that ain't my child?
Instead of, you know, you was there.
Yeah.
You know you was there.
When you know it's a possibility that it is yours. So
Right.
if it's just a possibility, why you leaning more towards the fact that it ain't
It's not yours,
opposed to leaning towards the fact that you know it's a possibility? So that's the easy way out. So you can't show up in love. That ain't fair to the child.
Right.
Period.
Right.
You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? Later for the mother, it's not fair to the child.
I think that in situations like, I think that if it was made mandatory or legal or whatever the case may be, it would be less fatherless children.
I believe that.
You know,
I truly
because
believe that.
I don't know. I mean, then again, I don't know. I can't even say that because you got men that know in their heart that
that's their child,
that their child, and they still don't show up too. But I do also
know the percentage of the ones who think that they're not. Now, if we knew the percentage of that, then I guess that we can say that.
But you know what? I also feel like, or I think that today it's a little different than it was like when we were growing up. You know, in the 70s and the 80s, and even I would say the 90s. And I say it's different in terms of there's more men today showing up for their kids than they did back in the day. I don't know if it's
trending.
I was going to say, I was going to say, I don't know if it's a fad. I was going to say, is it a fad?
Everything is a trend.
Everything is a trend. Even being a good father, even if you're not really a good father, but you're going to look like you're a good father on social media.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm learning that the millenniums is making people show up and show out.
They're making them show up.
Our parents definitely didn't know how.
Yes.
They showing up.
They showing up and showing out.
Everything is a trend.
Yes. Everything. From being a good father to getting new bodies.
Yes, girl, don't even start this conversation.
Let's start it.
Girl,
Can we just talk?
A little bit?
For a minute.
You didn't pour me enough alcohol.
Look, you go get you some. Right. Get me some too. As in the refrigerator, my Snapple bottle. That's alcohol in there. Just bring the whole bottle. But yeah, like things today is so different, and I gotta say that for the most part, I'm loving it. I'm loving a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? Some of it is a little annoying, but for the most part, I'm loving it. I am.
Tell me what you love.
I'm loving how the millennials, the new generation of people, they're about that bag.
Yeah, me too.
More entrepreneurs.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They know more about, their minds is so far more advanced than our parents and our grandparents' minds was. Like, it's crazy. And ours too. And ours as well. Like, these people today are different type of people.
More high school graduates, more college graduates, because it's trending.
Yeah.
It's trending. They want to.
And those are good trends.
And those are good trends, absolutely, because you see it more today than you've ever seen it, before in our lives. But as far as the body thing,
the body stuff, yeah, like
for me, and I'm only gonna speak for me. To each his own. Please don't take this as nothing. I'm not a YouTuber, so I don't care what y'all say about me on this motherfucking platform after I leave. I'm a visitor. But for me, I never wanted to be like someone else. Like, I take pride in being like myself. And these shapes and body forms that people was coming up, it's making everybody, black women bodies look the same.
Yes.
Our bodies are not the same. And we have a black woman figure is amazing. A figure that comes out, like, it's just amazing. We don't have those tiny waists and big booties and all that other stuff. When a black woman got a big old booty, it don't necessarily mean her waist and stuff. She can have a flat belly with a big old booty, but why do you want to look like a
Barbie doll or something like?
I feel like they look like the giraffe off of the cigarette box thing. What's that?
What giraffe?
What's the cigarette? What is it called? What is it?
What's the
camel? The camel. There you go. That's how they coming up as the camel.
What cigarettes are those? Is that the menthol? What cigarettes?
Know, but that's how our black women are showing up. Because why you want this little waist with this big old booty?
Right.
Why do you want the exact body as
the other person?
No.
Me and my sister was just talking about this last
I
night.
hate it. Let me tell y'all something. You gotta be secure within yourself. She been my friend for over
30 years.
and she had this shape her entire life. And she'll tell you it ain't never stopped no man from wanting me. I've never felt small in her presence because men showed up for me. Because who liked her didn't like me, or vice versa. Who liked me?
Sometimes they did. Sometimes the same person liked us.
Right, but I never felt like, oh my God, he ain't gonna want to talk to me because
Here go Tisha.
Big booty. The devil is a mother freaking.
And I'm so happy that you're saying this right now. Not that part, but the fact that I've had to shape my entire life.
Your entire life.
Because people be like asking me, is it real?
Well, today they're gonna ask that because of society, Tisha, but they wasn't asking that when we were growing up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So today,
my friend Monique asked me, did I get butt injections?
Oh well, again, that's the shit. She's your today friend.
Yeah, I was like, girl.
If she was your years ago friend, that wouldn't be a conversation because I'm your years ago friend and you had it since we was 12, 13 years old. It was there. So when you secure in that shit, it don't even matter.
Right.
Who like you know what I'm saying? Like, every man don't like that. I don't know why women got in their head that men want somebody with big booty and this, that, and the third. They forget about our personality, conversations, knowledge, education. They don't care about none of that no more. Everything is physical.
Well, men are visual, though. Men are visual. They're attracted to nice looking women for the most part.
For the most part.
Yeah.
But when I was, prior to my current husband, my previous husband, he was a leg man. And I showed up with that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it just depends on the people. I think we get stuck on what we think they want and so we don't know how to show up in ourselves because we thinking we got to be something else because of it.
I know one thing for me, the whole body trending thing is annoying to me for the same reason that you're saying, and that is that every woman that get these bodies done, they want to look the same. Like, nobody wants to be original. Nobody wants to look like themselves. Like, it's just like so weird to me. Like, so y'all all, like you said, want to walk around with these little waists and this round booty and, you know, this big, this long lace front wigs and like everybody, like, I just think that is weird.
Me too.
So as far as things about today that I'm not really happy about, or, you know, feeling like what I said earlier when I said
girl, I've been drinking.
when I was saying that I'm loving what's happening today. That's the one thing that I'm not loving about today. I'm loving how these young people, this new generation of people is utilizing, you know, different platforms like this, social media, to promote their skills, to become entrepreneurs, to just show themselves as people.
And the
like
millennials show up in ways that we didn't show up because they cared about something. I'm gonna give you an example. My 20-year-old, I remember her going to her 8th grade prom, and she wanted to shave her legs. And all my life before waxing and all that shit came, I had hairy legs.
Right.
And older men found that attractive in our days. It didn't bother our generation.
Right.
It wasn't until shit started changing that now you gotta shave everywhere and everybody wanna shave. We was taught to shave under our arms. When you lift up your arms, you shouldn't have your hair season and all of that stuff. But our legs wasn't. I was
never taught to shave my legs.
Yeah,
never.
Me neither. So when my baby girl was going to her prom, I remember her not wanting to leave out that house until she shaved. And because I didn't grow up that way, I was like, "You ain't shaving your legs." And then I realized why she had her prom dress on, how bothered my baby girl was. And I remember running all the way to the drugstore on Rockaway Avenue to go get my baby girl something, you know, because, and I'm asking people, and I'm like, why am I asking people, is she age appropriate
to shave her legs?
Shave her legs, because when we were growing up,
it wasn't a thing.
It wasn't a thing, but she needed that to happen. My baby girl, I folded, and from that day on, I don't stop because.
So you think that's a nowadays thing?
I really do. I really don't think that I learned the age because my two oldest daughters didn't care about stuff like that. And if they did, they didn't tell me. They probably waxed it or shaved it on her own. Her and I has always been conversational.
I think that depending on where you live, that was a thing because my cousin in California, she was into that type of stuff.
Okay.
So I think that women, you know, in different states and cities, it matters, you know,
I had
where
two older daughters before my baby girl, and they never cared about their legs being shaved. And again, if they did, they may have did it on their own and didn't come to me.
Remember when I went to California when Travell was, I think he was like 2 years old. So that was that was over 20 years ago. I was in my 20s, my early to mid 20s at the time. And when I went out there and I visited with my family, my cousin and all of her friends, they were like Valley girls. They were different. They were into like shaving their legs and all that kind of stuff.
Because
that's why I say I think it depends on where you grew up at. You know what I'm saying? And the environment that you live in and stuff like that matters. I don't know if that's
I never heard y'all talk about y'all shaving y'all legs.
Right, and that's because we grew up on this on this side of the world.
Yeah.
You know, maybe because where we were living at the time, it just wasn't a thing for us.
And again, I'm still going with the millenniums. They just totally different. They came and rocked our world and changed it for a lot of better than they did anything else. You know what I'm saying? Although they don't know much, and we think they don't know nothing because they don't know about rotary phones and all that other stuff.
The rotary phones.
Yeah, but they teaching us other things. You know what I'm saying? Like standing up and being that important. Like I personally, and I know this is way off topic, I personally feel like that George Floyd incident, the millennials showed up and showed out more, and because of them, it was a great, you know what I'm saying, like victory for us because these young people are showing up.
That's
true.
It's
a lot of young black activists out there that's trying to change the world, and it's the millennials that's doing it. I don't really know nobody in our age group who showed up in ways that I'm hearing or watching with these young people that's doing. So it's more ways to be proud of them than to be disappointed. They got some lazy ways, of course, because they don't know much, but they know more than enough, if that makes sense.
You don't think Black Lives Matter played a role in that too?
And
or you think
they supported that?
You think Black Lives Matter consist of like I wonder like what they consist of more, like if it's more younger people or
I think it's more younger people.
Yeah,
I really do think it's more younger people because of.
And then also I think that
I hate when people say stuff like, "Oh, this only happened in the black community." We can only speak for the black community because we're black. We don't know what.
And that's where we live.
Say. You know, so when people be like, "This only happened because black people," and this only happened with black. You black. You don't know if the white people go through the same doggone thing. So how do you say that stuff? Things like that really.
What do you mean? What only happens in the black community? Like
no,
what?
When they say things like, when we as black people be like black, for example, black people kill black people.
Okay, black on black crime.
Black on black crimes. How y'all don't know if white people don't say that when white on white crimes is happening? We only know about our black crimes. We already know that the people don't put the white people crimes up on the mother freaking TV show.
Yeah, because the media controls everything.
Exactly.
The media controls our mind.
Exactly.
And the only thing that's going to be put on the media is what the media want to put in our minds.
And that's just period.
And that's it. And we don't, and the media is, and we're talking about mainstream media. We're not talking about social media.
Right.
Because on social media, we're going to see some of everything. We're going to see all the Karens and all of that.
All of it.
But mainstream media is going to be a little different. And it's going to be different because of who's controlling it.
Not only that,
you know,
you're in a white neighborhood and a white person killed Paulie. You know, Paulie's mom is calling the governor because 9 out of 10 they went to high school with the governor and they all friends and everything like that. We us black people, we don't even know them, so we don't even know and never learn to do that. But I don't even want to get into this.
Yeah, because that's a whole nother.
That's a whole nother.
Oh my God, then we getting into politics and all of that.
I don't even want to go there, girl, because I'm drinking. Stay with what you know.
Right.
And I know.
Right.
What we talking about?
We was talking about DNA testing being legal. And then we got over here into this. And the reason why we got into this is because we started talking about how fathers today are showing up even more. And we believe that social media plays a big role in that, and just the whole new millennials, and it's almost like they're forcing
it.
it, and like you said, it's a trend, and it's it's just
it's like they parenting each other.
Yes. From afar.
From afar.
It's not like you sitting there with the man and saying, yo, bro,
right,
you need to do X, Y, and Z, but they're looking and they're seeing.
And they seeing their other peers.
So they following suit, which is a great thing.
Absolutely. Anything. Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing. I just hope that it's not just playing out on social media and it's happening in real life, because you can get a 5 or 10 minute clip of a video of a man looking like he's a great dad to his child, but then in real life, is that really what's happening? Because you get 5 or 10 minutes of my life every day here on my videos, but you don't know what's happening the other 24 hours and 45 minutes or 23 hours and 45 minutes of my life. You just getting 15 or 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. Like, social media can be a great big facade.
It can be.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know for me, I'm not putting every intricate detail of my life on social media. You know what I'm saying? So
I may put my bad and don't put my good. Sometimes I put my good and don't put my bad. So it depends on the person, the time, and the place.
It depends on all of that. It depends on all of that. But let me say this. But just because a person isn't putting their bad doesn't mean that they don't go through things.
Exactly.
It's just that they make the choice to keep that part of their life private, and to themselves and whoever in their real life that they can lean on, because you can't always lean on social media for stuff.
What I like recently too in these today men, a lot of grown black men and women are going to therapy. And I think that's because
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that earlier today.
I want that to be a different topic, but I think that's another reason why that people are showing up, because black people are learning not to be afraid of getting some type of help, because we freaking need it. Because we ain't okay. We aren't okay.
There's so much going on in life.
It really is. And for me, when I learned about myself is when that George Floyd, when Corona hit, because I swear to God, COVID hit at a time and we needed to be still.
Need to be still.
And if life was still going on, we wouldn't have paid attention
to a lot.
And this man wouldn't have got
the victory
that has gotten. Prison may not be victory for that man. Just him being accountable and found guilty for that is enough for me.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say about that. You know what I'm saying? Because, jail, as I know, from my experience with my loved ones, that it's not always the place to be.
Yeah.
But just to know that they found him guilty. But we so numb to that we don't even, I personally didn't even know how to feel. I wasn't happy. I was happy about, last time I was happy about a conviction was when.
With OJ?
OJ Simpson.
Yeah.
And they still slaughtered his ass. But I remember beating pots and pans on the thing because he got off.
Yeah.
Running
around outside like, not guilty.
And so for me, I was so numb from the George Floyd because of my life experience, my own personal situation, and also because you just so much disappointments, But again, therapy. I like how young people and older black men and women is going to therapy.
I was thinking about that earlier today, actually.
Some broken people, boy.
You know what I was thinking about today, and that is the field of therapy. Whoever work in that field, they're doing really well today, because people are really acknowledging, black people in particular. Other races, I think, were already doing it, but black people is showing up for therapy now. Like,
really are.
We are realizing that we are broken and that we need help. And I think that we as humans in general need therapy every day of our lives, like for the rest of our lives. I don't think that there's a cutoff time for it.
Me too.
Because there's always going to be something that is going to go on in your life that's going to trigger you. It's going to trigger something. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
So as long as insurance paid for it,
you in therapy.
I'm in therapy. Mm-hmm. Can't wait to talk to her on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Don't be ashamed, because it's only going to work if you're ready to work it.
Yeah.
If you're not ready for it, don't do it. But don't tell yourself you don't need it, because we all need it. And our brokenness shows up in everything. Our relationships of all kinds.
All kind of relationships. Your friendships.
Everything. Anything.
Intimate relationships. Anything. Marriages, significant others, mothers, fathers, parental relationships, child to mother, father to child relationships, like, in just whatever kind of relationship there is, brokenness is going to show up.
Period.
It's going to show up. It's going to show up. Mm-hmm. And as long as you are dealing with people in a loving way, you have to know how to deal with that person and as the person is. You got to know how to deal with them as they are.
You really do.
When you really know a person, then you know how to deal with them.
Sometimes it depends on how you're in that relationship with that person. Sometimes you can get overwhelmed with it and you can fall short. But then when the smoke is clear, you know how to come.
You can go back to it. You're right. You could go back to it.
Go back to that.
You can go back to it.
But in that moment, I find, you can always, once you learn, like, I just go to therapy, people.
Yeah.
You need it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it. Therapy is good for the soul. And if I didn't already have the career I was in right now, I'd probably go be a therapist.
No. No, we're not going to let them. No. No, I'm joking. No, for real.
I think that a lot of the broken people would be good therapists. You know what I'm saying? Because they're relatable. You know what I'm saying? You can talk to a person who's been through so much and they can really relate to a person that's coming to them to talk. That's like, for instance, a lot of people used to say about Steve Harvey, they don't want to listen to a man that's been married so many times, this and that.
That's experience.
Right. So when you have experience in something, you can talk about it.
I don't want to talk.
You can talk about it.
Let me tell you something. I was just telling my best friend why I don't talk to my other best friend as much as I talk to her, because my other best friend don't have the life experience that my other best friend has.
Right.
So it's kind of, if you don't got the experience, I feel like, why am I talking to you about something you haven't even been through?
Right.
I don't really want to tell you what I'm going through.
Even if it looked like the person failed at it, and
that don't mean she don't love me or not gonna give me, but what else can she say? Like, I don't like to speak on things that I don't have no knowledge about.
Right. So it bothers me when people say that about Steve Harvey, because he's the perfect person to give advice on marriage and stuff like that, because he's been married several times and he know what he did wrong, he know what he did right, and so he gonna give Yes,
and he's giving his best foot forward now, because all right, so you got me for 47 minutes now, and
wait a minute, she about to get off?
I'm getting off.
Hold up, that's not how it ends. It don't go like that.
Oh, okay.
Hold up. This is some disrespectful shit. She is disrespecting my life right now, or trying to, but I ain't gonna let that happen.
She controlling.
She said, I'm controlling. Ain't the pot calling the kettle black right now, y'all?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God, do y'all see this?
I'm in therapy, guys.
This is a mess.
I'm in therapy.
Oh, we got some people that made some comments. I didn't even see. Driver's seat was saying, hold on. I was just saying the same thing. Go out on Saturday and Sunday for brunch, and all you see is a group of angry lesbian or straight women and their gay friends. Shouldn't you be asking black men their experience?
I agree.
Well, that's not what this live is about today.
That's not what the live is
We
about.
we can do that though. We can do that
Right.
Teresa in Texas. Hey Teresa. Spiritual Warrior says, peace to the mothers of the universe. Hey, Spiritual Warrior. Hi, Martina. Doreen says, is he safe? Who's safe?
Well,
Can I trust dude? Hi, CeeLo. Glow. Facts. Is dude safe? I don't know what they talking about. I don't know either. I'm confused.
Damn, we was talking too much.
Right, and we ain't even reading the comments. Let me get these comments and I'm gonna read these comments, y'all. We're gonna elaborate on it a little bit, then we're gonna get out of here.
Yes,
okay, hey there, beautiful ladies. Hey, Johnson World. Martina says, yes, I agree. Sweet, sneaky mixed drinks be the best.
Hello. Oh, that's for you. She wants the sneaky shit.
Yeah, sneaky, yeah.
No, I want the live and effect, because y'all don't know Tisha. When that shit sneak up on her, I'll be like, oh.
CeeLo G says, agreed. They should definitely be a law. Right. It should be. It should be. And Martina says, I say make it mandatory to avoid the drama and the long-term unnecessary issues. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Kid Frankie says, a real man does not think like that. Only males think like that. Much respect to the panel tonight. Like straight facts being put out. I like the views and many different ways to look at it. Thank you. Thank you. Anything is a trend nowadays. It is pros and cons. Facts.
Absolutely.
CeeLo says, we raised 3 strong millennials. We raised these strong millennials. Yes, we did. You are so right. Mr. Boosh says, blessed night, Tisha and guest. Hi, Mr. Boosh.
Thank you.
And then Blessed Tress says, Bible says, multitude of counselors, there is safety. Yes. And look, oh my God. And so we have so many people that's in therapy today, and we have a multitude of therapists. And I mean, like you said, there is safety.
It is.
Like the Bible said, there is safety.
There is safety.
It is safety. When you really think about that Bible scripture right there, that's powerful. Because you know why there's safety in that? Because you're talking to your therapist and it's between you and your therapist.
If you know something.
Let me just say this. Even if your therapist go home and have a conversation with their significant other or their family or whatever about what they experienced for that day, you know, with their patients, or whatever the case may be, it's still within the confines of those people. It's still safe. They don't know you.
Exactly. That is true.
They don't know you.
It is true. And
so it's safe.
And it's another thing that I wanted to say too. I hate it when mothers,
Yolanda says, preach, sisters.
When mothers wasn't our children role models. I wanted to show up as my kids' role model. I always wanted to be what they wanted to be. So if somebody asked my kids who they want to be like, I wanted to be me. Yeah. I ain't want to hear Beyonce. Beyonce ain't nobody fucking role model. Oh. No, she's not. Oh. And I mean, like, she not in my home.
And respectfully. Respectfully.
Yeah, in my home. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to always show up in a way that they always be like my mother. Because they saw my strength. You know what I'm saying? When I was down, any struggles I ever went through in my life before I had my children, I never told them. Because it wasn't none of their business. Because when they was born, I wanted to show up in ways that they respect how I showed up. You know what I'm saying? So it's craziness because we have to change the narrative. Because I personally can say that my mom wasn't my role model. Yeah. But my grandma was. Her strength was mine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I showed up like my grandmother showed up. But then I realized I didn't want to be like her. Like her, yeah. Because her way was her way or the highway. So if you could choose a woman in your life that you want to be like, or want it to be like right now, like, me. I want to be like me. Because I want to be like Mike. I put the work to change and be better for me. Yeah. I don't want to be like nobody else, my mama, my grandmother, or nobody else, because they both taught me who I wasn't, but who I saw in me in the times, and it taught me to be better. You know what I'm saying? I have to learn to, like, I hate my mom if I maybe talk a lot.
Talk a lot.
And in my life, I talked a lot. That was what I got from my mother. I tried so hard not to be like her that I realized that
you was like her. I'm like my mother in a lot of ways
and
too.
then now I don't do that, because now when people want to talk about shit that I don't want to talk about, I don't even want to hear that, because if I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And my grandmother was that strong, and I felt like I had to be super, super strong and show up like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just so I don't need nobody type. And that's how I showed up, like, I don't care about you, but the truth was I cared. So now
it was a facade.
Now in therapy, people, I realized that ain't okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And before therapy, I just started learning that about myself, because I realized that I like to be liked more than I like to be tolerated, and I showed up in a way to be people tolerated me more than they liked me. Because I thought I knew
that's
everything.
deep.
It's true.
That's deep, girl.
It's true.
How long you been in therapy?
I learned that before therapy, guys. So I'm gonna pay my own stuff for that. You know what I'm saying? But I understood that.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, from Ayanla.
Ayanla definitely therapied me.
But
Is that a word?
Well,
she therapized or therapied me a lot.
You push it.
Listen, sometimes I make up words.
Okay, right now,
Iyanla therapized or therapy me.
But therapy only work for people if they
receive it. They gotta be ready to receive it.
Ready for it, you're gonna be like, oh, why she said this, why she said that, why she did this, or why she said this, or why. If you ain't
not only that, but I think that not only if you ready to receive it, but you gotta be ready to receive it and also make the necessary changes.
I also learned about myself is that the ugliest picture in the mirror is you when you're going through your shit. So when you're ready to freaking heal yourself, you look in the mirror and be like, I am horrible. And then when you start working through those things, you just
knocking it down brick by brick. You just knocking it down. Knocking it down. Knock it down. Knock it down.
See, you see, you gotta push it.
What?
No. Go ahead, say.
No, I'm sipping. But we talking for it's real talk right now.
When you look in the mirror, when you healing, all that ugliness start coming out, and you start seeing your true beauty when you really healing. So I encourage.
Because beauty, it comes from the in, and then it comes out. It shines on the outside.
It really does.
You know,
it really does. Relationships. I was with my sister recently, and I was having conversations with my little sister that I've never had before.
Really?
Yeah. We was really. I'm not.
And you know what too. I believe that therapy comes in different forms. It's not just going to a professional and talking. It's talking to your sister, like you said, and your friends, and just like really getting deep into the heart and the heart of matters.
I was telling my little sister some things that I know she never, ever knew about me, because she just saw me as this person.
That's strong, like her.
She didn't see.
Y'all make sure y'all thumbs up this live if y'all like what we talking about right now, because I only see 9 likes up there, and I need more than 9 likes, y'all.
But she didn't see me in a vulnerable state, and I was okay with being vulnerable in front of my little sister, because I needed my little sister to be okay with seeing the vulnerability from the sister that she saw with all this strength. I didn't even know how I had it. You know, so when I was breaking down to my baby sister, when I left, I was just thinking about, now she knows. You know what I'm saying? Like, her sister got a heart, and it's things that wasn't just okay. So my thing is, don't speak on things that you don't know about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you just never know. And with our history and the things that we dealt with, I've learned to love my mom and people where they at. Because a lot of people ain't got the life experience or change or growth. So you got to learn to love them from where they are.
And you know what else? I just think that in relationships, all relationships, the way that you are as a person, people, let's say a person is a certain way, and the person that is in a relationship with them, whatever kind of relationship that is, you know, a friendship. Let's say me and you, for example. You are who you are as a person, right? And maybe I may not like the way you are as a person.
Right.
But if I show up a certain way, it may change you.
Right.
So
You never know.
showing up a certain way in relationships can change a person too. Like you can't always be combative with that person in the way that they are.
That way they
But if you show up differently,
and love
it can it could change that person the way that they are towards you.
So, exactly. That is true.
You know what I'm saying?
That is so true.
Mm-hmm.
But you all, I mean, it's just a lot. You just gotta know the person. But what I don't agree with is saying, oh, that's just Asia. Oh, that's just Tisha. No, that's not okay. Because a closed mouth is enabling somebody to just be something that they should not be. I feel like we should speak up. You don't never leave nobody in a way that they shouldn't be because you know that it's not okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Tell them like one time, at least one time, girl. Oh shit. Hold on, guys. She feeling this cup.
Wait.
Hold up.
Y'all think this juice, but it's not.
It's not Snapple, people.
No, okay, so let's see. Blessed Tress says, wow. I just realized I don't want to be
like anyone
anymore any longer either. I just want to be the best version of myself.
That's the only way to be. Honestly, it's the only way to be. And Tisha, no, one day she came to me and said to me, I'm not going to say the person name, but they was like, you know why a lot of people, guys like Asia, is because she shows that she don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't care how people see me. That's why I may come up and show things that she may not do because people come at her a little differently because she show a little bit more weakness at times to people that they feel like they could just say anything to you. People say something to you that they won't say to me because they know that.
But it's not. I wouldn't even say it's weakness. Kindness. Because you know, people take your kindness for weakness. It's not that I'm weak or show weakness.
And she more defensive and combative than me, but she shows up a different way. I come up a whole other way. Like I don't even show people the even chance to even say nothing. They'll rather talk about my situation or me behind my back to someone else than they would confront me or say to me, oh, this is Asia, what's da 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 da. But with her, they take risks with her. She a little more crazy than, yeah, you crazy, girl. Crazy.
Y'all hear this nonsense?
She crazy. She crazy.
She said I'm crazy. Wait, I think we gotta end this live now because you're about to air out my dirty laundry and tell my secrets now. We can't.
I ain't gonna tell
Let me tell y'all something. I'm not.
Don't make me spill.
No, listen. Let me just say this. I can't have a guest come on my live and tell my secrets. I'm gonna tell my secrets. If anything, I tell my secrets. Okay?
I was watching Grey's Anatomy.
She knew we was going live. I asked her from earlier today about us going live. Grey's Anatomy ain't going nowhere. Okay? She gonna get off this live in a few minutes and go back to Grey's Anatomy.
Anyway, y'all got more safety in this for me than y'all got Barbara. She crazy.
Don't listen to her. I'm not crazy.
I'm crazy.
No, I'm not. I promise you I'm not.
Yeah, but go in therapy, people. It is okay. Pay for it. Learn. Be vulnerable. Because the best way to heal is to be vulnerable. If you can't
vulnerability is not. There's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
But only time something is wrong with vulnerability, to me, in my opinion, if you're being vulnerable to the wrong person. You got to know who you're being vulnerable with.
Even in therapy, because that person may not be the right person for you, but that don't mean that you can't find the right person. And what I've learned about therapy, and when you go to it and you find, you can choose if you're Christian, if you're spiritual, whatever it is, you can ask for a male, women, gay, you can ask for all of that so that you can feel comfortable with, but always tell the truth.
Be the most
honest as you
be the most transparent.
Oh my God, Jesus.
Transparent
person you can be.
You gotta be transparent in therapy. When I was in therapy, I was very transparent,
and have to be.
And I gotta
girl, get back in therapy.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to say I gotta get back in there.
I'm gonna get on my phone. Yeah, what you was gonna say?
What?
I'm sorry.
Why are you trying to come for me on this live?
My mom was texting.
She keep trying to come for me, y'all.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah, don't get out of it. Get back in it. I got a session 12:30 on Thursday.
Good for you. I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you're doing it for real. Like seriously. On a serious note, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
And I love every minute. And honestly,
20 years ago, we wouldn't have thought it was a beautiful thing.
No.
We would have been like, girl, are you crazy?
Yeah.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, and a lot. Yeah.
Right?
And what I love.
Do you need medicine?
Yeah.
Can we get a check?
Girl, keep going. And what I love most about my 30-plus-year-old friendship, everybody, when they say something, it's through Christ or Christianity. Like Christianity, like everybody is spiritual. So we all have, if we got nothing else in common, we all
got
believe
Christ,
in God. We
Christianity,
got Christ in
and
our heart. And
love.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because as teenagers, we didn't talk about that. But that's
Hey, chef. He said, hello, my queens.
Hi. But that's all we talk about today. If we don't got nothing else in common, we know that God got us through that. I know the grace of God has got me through all the things that I've gotten through in my life this far.
We're about to get off this live in a few seconds, y'all, and blast some gospel music for real.
Jesus,
we about to have a praise and worship session up here.
Girl,
we about to praise the Lord. I wish I could play it for y'all right here on this live, but I can't. No, I can't because I'll get a copyright strike. Tina Parker, hey, how you doing? I wish I could play some music for y'all on this live.
No, I don't do this. Because I don't like this type of attention, but I like conversations. But I don't like. Yeah. I don't like this.
But you on here? She did it for me.
I did it for you.
She did it for me.
Don't ask me for another one.
She'll do it again. I don't know how soon, but she'll do it again. Cheers to a good live. We had a good live. This was a good conversation. Did you watch them on Amazon? Who on Amazon, Johnson? Who are you talking about?
Amazon? I mean, what's on Amazon?
I don't know. Who are you talking about?
I don't know. Johnson, come on down.
Yeah, come on and
real quick, because we
got to get off of here.
Yeah,
we've been on here for an hour and 6 minutes now.
And Tisha stay on for 2 hours, and I ain't about that life. I woke up and she was on there with you guys for 2.5 hours. I ain't about that life.
She not, but I told her, I said, you know what? My apartment is my YouTube studio. I don't do nothing in this apartment but make videos and lives and all of that. And then on the weekends, I'm at my man house. That's why I don't come on YouTube Fridays and Saturdays, because that's my days off. That's the name of the show.
Them.
Them. Yes. I was watching it.
What's that?
It's a show on Amazon. Yes.
It's called.
Yes.
You what I got, baby,
Huh?
We talking about therapy?
Yeah.
You coming up here to talk about
Okay, Johnson's World. I did see it a couple of weeks ago. When I was in Queens.
Okay.
And that show.
It's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon. We can look at it. It's crazy.
What
it's
they talking
great.
about that he's saying we got that off of there? What is it that they're talking about that?
Them is about. Girl, it's a crazy show.
Hi, Yolanda Hicks. I know her.
Yolanda Hicks?
Yeah.
You know her?
I think so.
She said, great live, ladies.
See you again, Asia.
See you again, Asia.
I feel like I know of Yolanda Hicks.
Yolanda, do you know Asia in real life?
I don't know. Why do I feel like...
Them is serious. Yes, Them is a serious show. It really is. JJ Chicken said, you fine as wine. Okay, thank you, JJ. But it's deep. It's deep. It's like deep and weird at the same time for me. It's like some racism type stuff. Yeah, it's really, really deep, Asia.
I don't need that in my life.
It's a deep show. It's a deep show.
You know, you gotta leave me.
It's a type of show where they do a lot of flashbacks and stuff like that in time, and it's deep. I don't know if you...
Oh, she said no, because the Hicks was the last name. But hi, Yolanda. Anyway.
You said, I see you again, Asia. Why did you say that, Yolanda?
No, she said, I guess hopefully back when you're live. But
Let me see.
I know a Yolanda, and I also know somebody named Hicks.
Great live, lady. See you again. Okay. I guess maybe she meaning in the future or something. Yeah, you'll see her again. Yeah. I don't know how soon.
Yeah, Yolanda. She had me back on here.
But Them is a good show. We could look at it.
No,
You can look at it.
Is it?
You know,
No.
like they got like people hanging them from trees.
No,
and
the devil is a whole entire liar.
she don't want to look at that, y'all.
I'm sorry. Who said that to
Johnson. Make sure your mind's set for them. Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to do it.
Yolanda said, I enjoyed you too.
Thank you, Yolanda.
Yeah, your mind definitely got to be set.
I'm not ready for that.
You ain't ready? You got your therapy sessions got to kick in. You got to have a few more.
I only had about 4 sessions, guys. I ain't about that.
She not ready. See, they don't want to be letting me go. That's why I be on here. Hi, Rock Just Living. Just dropping by to say hi. Thank you, Rock. I appreciate it. I seen you on your live the other day, girl. I came in the chat for a little bit. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Rock Just Living. She just made her 1K and just got monetized. So everybody just, let's give her a little clap. Thank you, baby girl. Your quest is dope. Johnson's World. Okay, I don't know. Your quest. You're welcome. I'm Rock Just Living. Y'all. Make sure y'all go check out Rock Just Living.
Oh, guess.
Guess. Okay, because I was like, good. No. I'm just kidding. She is, right? Yeah, she is dope. She is. So, guys, we're going to get out of here because y'all can really suck me in and have me on here longer than I want to be on here. Okay, ladies, let's talk about the 5G towers giving off the crazy radio. Oh my God, that's a whole nother conversation. Getting off the crazy radio all over the world. America causing radiation poisoning and causing cancer, infertility issues, headaches, ringing in the ears, fatigue. That's a whole nother topic, guys. And I would have to do some research on that before I come on here and talk about that.
And I don't really like to get into really, really deep. Because I like to have knowledge before I speak.
That's why I said I would have to do. That's why I said I would have to do some research on that before I talk about that.
We talked about women being mean towards each other. I mean,
black men.
We should have really talked about each other because you was talking about that Kevin guy that I don't really.
I know
care
you don't care
about,
for him. Mm-hmm.
But each other, I'm more concerned about how we handle each other more than we deal with men. Because if we could deal with each other, then we would know how to deal with the men. But again, it comes from our home and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then we went to the
DNA thing.
Today, I really agree. I really feel like it should be
mandatory
for men.
And I'm happy you said that because you don't have no boy children, but you got a boy grandchild.
I do.
So you got to think about him too. Linda.
But he's 3, so we're going to go.
He got time.
But I still feel like because I know a lot of black men or black, people who don't know or say things like, "Oh, black men don't have rights." Black men, y'all have rights. Y'all have a lot of rights.
And you know what? Also,
stop letting the women take control over your situation when y'all know that y'all know what y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? I have a little cousin who passed away. He died, and his baby mother did some crazy stuff to him, and he was a good father. And he left because a lot of time people just don't want to deal with it. But when you know you good, step up.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have full custody of your child, the child belongs to nobody until one have full custody.
In this country, that's true.
A woman has they're gonna automatically win. You guys have rights. The reason why it looks like your rights is less than ours because y'all run away.
Yeah.
Stop freaking running away.
Yeah.
Show up for your freaking kids, and then the laws would change for you guys.
Yeah.
My oldest daughter, father, got 7 fucking daughters. And 7 baby mothers.
Is 7 baby mothers?
Yes. He's sick.
He got to do better.
Because he needs therapy.
And he don't even know it. Though.
No, because people enable him. I don't do enabling. Because I don't feel like you could be a good friend, mother, whatever, when you enable somebody. But you enable, and I'm not mad because we don't got no type of relationship. But I'm just saying, like,
you're just speaking facts. That's all.
Facts because my daughter is the oldest of
7 girls that he has.
My daughter,
and they all got 7 mothers, or none of them.
Her hold on, guys, before I start talking about this man, because I'm not gonna say his name, but if you know me on here and watch it later, you might know. But my oldest daughter father has, my daughter is the oldest. She's got a sister who's going to turn her age in a few days. And then this other sister who's that third. And then another sister that's next. And then another one who's right after her because them two are together. And then it's another one who got a baby. And this baby, he got 7 daughters by 7 baby mothers.
7 women.
7 women. That's not okay.
The black men in the black community are broken too. People just
Everybody,
broken.
my pastor say we was born broken. It's up to us how we want to heal. We was born broken. We come from shit. We learn stuff about stuff, and a lot of people like to sweep things under the rug. If you step up in your shit, only way you can heal if you step in your shit.
Yeah.
And that's just period.
You gotta own it. You gotta own it. You gotta take accountability.
Period.
People don't take accountability.
I'm a young mother, so I showed up in ways that I didn't know I showed up for my children. And so I say that to
She got a lot to say tonight, y'all.
You gonna do that? You wanna hang up this live? Cause I'm talking. You wanna end it?
Go ahead, talk. I'm enjoying. I'm just saying she got. I'm just saying.
Friends, Mary and Crystal, who told me that my 2 oldest daughters at the time wasn't the same. And as a young mother, I used to think that they was the same because I felt like they came from me. And them 2 ladies right there, my dear friends, used to tell me, Asia, they're
not the same.
And I didn't learn that.
You didn't understand that?
No, I didn't, because in my head, they came out of me. And so y'all supposed to know the same thing. And when I knew better, I started doing better. It worked for one child, and what works for one don't necessarily
work for the other. That's facts.
And that's when you know that they're individuals. So it's different. You know, you gotta understand that in order to be better in a lot of things.
And it's I think that is a wonderful, wonderful thing that you can own that and take accountability. Take accountability.
Let me tell you something about 2020. If you didn't step out of 2020 learning accountability, go to freak back to 2020.
And 2019, 2018, and be in fact.
COVID and we had to sit still. It teach you about accountability. Like, you gotta own your shit.
Yeah.
People is too defensive about what other people think or say about them. If you get in front of it, you don't gotta worry about it.
You gotta get in front of it.
If you know this about your shit, I knew I was a bitch. I knew I'm controlling. I knew that I thought I knew every fucking thing. I knew all that shit. So can't nobody tell me that.
And getting in front of something is definitely taking accountability.
It's definitely taking accountability, but people need to heal relationships. But
hey, listen.
Just really quick, you can't heal relationships if the person that's with you is not willing to be healed. I don't care if that's your mama, your father, your sister, your brother, or whoever it is. If they not getting the treatment or being healed or being accountable for their action and how they show up in your relationship, you gotta leave them where they is. A lot of people don't like to walk away from shit because they think that, they put the titles to it. Oh, that's my sister, that's my mother, that's my brother, that's my husband, that's my wife. No. Until that person is ready to get their truth, don't tell me mine.
But also, even, in addition to taking accountability for something, you gotta walk in humility along with that. You can't just take accountability and not really walk in it after you've taken that accountability. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a humble person and walk in humility and just be mindful about your stuff day in and day out.
That's the truth.
You know what I'm saying? It can't just be like, okay, I know I did this wrong, and I know that I didn't show up for this person or that person. I know I didn't do things right this way, that way, whatever the case may be. And then, after you say that, you still be that person or not. You know what I'm saying? You got to also walk in that humility and acknowledge. After you acknowledge it, you walk in it and you own it and you hone in on it and you
I'm big on character.
Just
and
accept it.
I taught my baby girl shows up for everybody and everything.
Talking about your 20-year-old?
Yes, my baby girl. That's my baby. She shows up for everybody. She supports her friends and everybody because that's the type of person she is. Because that's the type of person I am.
Right.
I don't care how much we go through, whatever we go through, how we go through shit. I shows the fuck up for you. I support you in every freaking thing. Even when I don't understand it, I'm sitting there trying to figure that shit out. You understand what I'm saying? And I teach my daughter the same thing. If you can't show up for your friend, that shows a great character. You don't pick and choose who you show up for in friendship or relationship.
Yeah.
That means if you can't show up for everybody, that's a problem for you.
Integrity.
Integrity is
It's called integrity.
You don't say, "Oh, I'm so close with this person because she gets me," or no, she probably the enabler. That's the person you need to fucking run away from because she ain't telling you your true self. And a lot of time when people ain't ready to hear their shit, they want to go with a person that's comfortable. I'm never gonna make you comfortable.
Right. Johnson's World said that's true what you're saying, Letitia. That's the hardest part.
What part?
I think he's talking about the humility, walking in there after you acknowledge and you took accountability for it. Now walk in that humility. Walk in that humility and just like own it and hone in on it and just really fall back.
That's it.
Fall back.
That's it. Can you end your live because I'm done.
She want to get out of here, y'all.
I said too much tonight. I'm over it.
She want to get out of here. Y'all want to end or not?
Listen, guys. Y'all better go ahead to bed.
I'm off from work tomorrow, but I'm going to say this in closing. This was a good live. I think that we had some great dialogue between us. We agreed on a lot of things. We didn't, that's why I said a lot. We agreed on mostly, you know.
What did we disagree on?
I don't think we disagree.
Disagree on anything. I think we've been on the same page the whole night.
We probably did.
We had different views on it, but we didn't disagree on anything.
Right. Y'all need to keep drinking and talking. It's all facts. Johnson's World is enjoying this. He enjoying this live, but 4 people is in the chat now, so it's dwindling on down. But make sure y'all thumbs up this live. I appreciate each and every one of you that tuned in tonight. Whether you came here from the beginning and stayed until the end, I appreciate you. If you came in the middle to the end, I appreciate you. And if you came at the tail end, I appreciate you too, because guess what? Each and every one of you in those 3 categories took some time out of your life to spend it with me and my guests on this platform. And that is greatly appreciated. I will never, ever not appreciate whatever time you guys take out to spend with me when I'm live on this platform.
You might get one more time I'll be a guest on this show.
I mean, if it's good topics and we got drinks and it's flowing, you know what I'm saying?
I don't need a drink to have a conversation about something else.
That's what I'm saying. I know you like to talk, especially you.
In this live?
I think that you're a therapist at heart.
I do.
You know? I do. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and end this because we have been on here for 1 hour and 22 minutes. And I got to go ahead and put the monetization on it because I got to get paid, okay?
Do I get $1 for being a guest? That's for $2.
I was getting ready to say, I'll give you $2. I'm gonna give her $2 off this live, y'all, for coming on here. Yeah, I'm gonna give her $2.
Y'all better talk for me when y'all come on here and do this shit.
Can we just talk? Can we just talk? Talk about what we're doing. Can we just talk? Can we just
acting like
What's wrong with acting like me?
Meaning, like, I'm feeling like I'm comfortable with this shit.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
In this live, friend.
That's how I suck her in, y'all. See how I sucking her in and keeping her here? I can do that. I have that effect.
I'm going back to drink. And I enjoy it with y'all.
No, we're really going to get out of here, guys. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great and blessed night, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Put your peace sign up, eh?
Peace.
Peace. Deuces. Later, guys. All right. Let me go ahead and...
I ain't wanna